Hola, everybody. I know it's a very, very long time that since I last came online posting videos. All right, guys. Today, first of all, I would like to apologize. For a very long time, I've been in a busy world, and I've also been trying to find myself within. I would say kind of like meditation or something. So I'm lost in space. I'm still lost in space anyway. I still need a whole lot of help. Um, um, I'm getting myself together. So today I'm not going to be doing any video tutorial. I just want to take this opportunity to show you guys some things you need to know about Kivy, right? Some updates that are happening on Kivy. So today I'm going to start with KivyMD. Basically, KivyMD stopped using Pillow, right? The Pillow library, they use it for rendering shadows on cards and buttons, right? So any shadow you see in your app, let's say you're developing a mobile app or a desktop app and you're using card and so on and so forth, right? The shadow behind it is being implemented by Pillow. So they use the Pillow library to implement that. And using Pillow actually um, it consumes a whole lot of frame per second. It reduces your FPS. So normally if your app is running at 70 or 60 FPS, it will reduce down to 30 or 20 FPS because of Pillow. Pillow um, is a heavyweight library. It affects the FPS of the display of your program. Now, Kivy ditched that to introduce shaders. Yeah. So they actually wrote the code in GLES language, right? Is a graphic is a is an OpenGL language stuff, right? So actually, what they did is to create that shadow with the GLES language. So it is very much easier. No, I mean not easier. It is very much how would I put it? It makes your program very much faster than Pillow. Using Pillow would fuck your program up, but using GLES would make your program run smoothly because you are talking directly with the phone graphics, no longer with the Pillow library trying to create an image on top of the graphics. So with the introduction of the GLES, there was a problem. Is it there was or there is still a problem, which is this bug here, bug on Android related to shader. So if you're using Android, specifically Redmi, I tried it on Redmi phones and I got this same error. This person, is it he or she? I don't know. This person who is the contributor on the KivyMD got. So as you can see the error down here, the bug, blah blah blah. This is not something you would like to read at all. So it's heavy. My advice to you is don't try to use anything that has to do with shadows. If you are building an application and you want your application to be on the production environment, you are ready to push it onto Play Store. Just don't push it yet. Go and remove every item that is making use of shadow. Be it toast, cards, buttons, MD switch, and so on and so forth, MD data tables. Everything that is making use of the what is it called? The shadow rendering stuff. Go and replace it. Actually, I once made a video. If you check my videos past few times, you will see where I talked about where I created a card that has shadow behind it. It changes color, right? So the way I implemented it, I copied the program from KivyX. KivyX is a program being managed by is a I'll call it a Kivy kind of it's like KivyMD, but it's trying not to be like KivyMD. So let's quickly Google that KivyX GitHub. So yeah. So Eunice actually created a card which I loved about. What I love most about the card is that it doesn't affect your FPS, right? So as you can see, this is the card. This is the whole code for the card. So, but I wouldn't advise you to you run this to use this card because specifically you can't change the color, right? You can only change the shadow level, increase or decrease it. You can't change the color. So actually, I manipulated this code, and somewhere in my last video, just go through my YouTube channel, you see it. I will be posting a link to it. Then you see how I manufacture the whole thing. Though I'll be creating a more simpler card, which I'll be pushing out so that people can install it separately. You can actually change the color of the card there. So um, for now, do not include cards. It will fuck up your program. Totally fuck up your program. So actually, they are still working on it, and they placed a $50, $50 bounty. Yeah. So if you can fix it, the money is all yours. So it's a good thing anyway. If you are good with GLES programs and you are good with graphics and how to interact with them, if you can fix that, there is still a whole lot of issues with that. Why scrolling on your phone? Let's say you created a card, bunch of cards, and you place them on a recycle view. While scrolling, the card doesn't tend to move along on Android phone alone. The card doesn't tend to move along with the shadow. So it's still a problem. If you can fix that, there is a $50 bounty for you. So from here, moving on to next, we are moving on to Kivy on Python 3.11. This is practically insane. 3.11 is freaking fucking fast. Quote me anywhere. It is from the official source code. They say 11 to 60% faster than the normal Python 3.10 and the previous versions. It is so much fast. Like, goddamn, not faster than than C itself or faster than Java. I have not actually compared Python 3.11 and Java. I have not benchmarked it to know really the speed between both. I mean, the level of speed, the difference of speed between Java and Python at this Python 3.11 level. So Kivy wants to install on Python 3.11. Actually, I've not tried to install Kivy on Python 3.11, though. If I would want to install Kivy on Python 3.11, I would install it from source, not actually from the pip package, from the PyPy package. No, I'm not doing that. So basically, what error we are getting here from the person that did the installation, it says no matching distribution found for KivyDeps.gstreamer dev blah blah blah. So this is actually a kind of like pinned version, right? I think this guy is trying to install it on Windows. Yeah, Windows. So basically, if I would want to install this on Windows, what I would do is I'll go straight and go to. You have to set up your Visual Studio Code, whatever. If you follow the guidelines of installing Kivy from source on Windows, you see that you have to install Visual Studio Code 2019 or the latest version, which is 2022, right? Yeah, I guess so. So you have to install it. There are a lot of packages it comes with, the tools, GCC, compilers, and everything. It comes with it. And while installing Kivy, it depends on those tools. So trying to manipulate them, trying to get the dependencies, I think it will be much easier installing from source than using the PyPy package. So basically, maybe I don't know whether this is going to work or not. I don't know. I haven't tested it yet, but I'm just suggesting that installing with the source might work. But basically on Windows, you'll be getting this error. I've not tested on Linux. I've not tested on Mac. So I'll be trying that out later. So I just want to inform you on time that if you are switching to Python 3.11 with Kivy, just know that you'll be having some problems. And This guy, this guy is already working on it. So actually, I think I'm seeing here added support for Python 3.11. Wow. So let's move over to this. Woo. Uh, this is looking good. So it says here, Angle, there are at least a new commit since our last release, so the new artifact will be different. That means we need to also bump the version. So actually, the versions needed, from the error we got last time is 0.3.3, and the current version of GStreamer is 0.3.2. So they actually bumped the version to 0.3.3. So actually, I think this is fixed. This should be fixed. I think you should test it out, but use the source package. Don't install from PyPy. They have not released the 2.20 version. It is still on 2.10 version. That is Kivy version. So Glue has been updated to okay, no new release here. Still on 0.3.1. All right. SDL2 2.24.1 has been released. Wow, so new upgrade here. GStreamer 0.4.0. Good. Angle has been updated and GStreamer has been updated. That is good. That is good. So basically, until the release, yeah. So until the release of 2.20 version of Kivy, this issue would be closed. But I think right now you can test it out using the source. You have to pip install the source. So how do you install the source? Basically, you have to come here, click and right click, copy the link, then go to your terminal and run pip install -u. -u should be there to update your 2.1.0 to this version, right? So this is how you install it, be it on Mac, be it on Linux, be it on Windows, wherever you are. This is the way you install it. So let me quickly switch out that. Now going to KivyDroid, there is an update on KivyDroid. So a cool, nice update. This guy called Kengun, is it Kengun or Kengon? I don't know his name, but Kengun created something that might really impress you or maybe interesting. So here Kengun created audio focus listener changer or whatever he calls it. So it just basically does this thing like when you are playing an audio, right, and call comes in, instead of your audio to continue playing, it actually reduces the sound or switches off your audio entirely for you to accept that call, right? Or you are playing a game, right? And you don't want the audio of your music player to be affecting the game you're playing. It's going to actually reduce the volume of your application audio. Now, also, if you are on Spotify, then you move to your own Kivy application, Spotify. Like you created your own modded version of Spotify, right? So and now your Spotify, your main Spotify app is playing an audio, and you switched to your Kivy program, which is an audio player too, and you start playing a song in your Kivy audio. What is going to happen is going to reduce the voice notes or the sound coming from the Spotify audio. Is going to turn it off entirely to play yours. So here you can manage the audio focus. Yeah. So there are two ways you can allow the KivyDroid to manage it for you, or you can manage it manually. If you want to manage it manually, can go on. What did you do to manage this manually? So I think you have to add something here on audio focus change. You have to add a callable here. So it's going to return you some values. So what values is there returning? I can't remember. On audio focus change. So user defined, yeah. So it's going to return some values for you, whether the audio focus is lost, lost transient, lost blah blah blah. It doesn't matter. Just just that there is an audio focus change. So you can look it up here to see what actually is going on here. So when the focus is lost, you should pause your program entirely. When it is lost on transient, let's say you have an incoming call, pause it entirely too. Let's say you are playing a game and you want your application to still be making some noise in the background, reduce the volume. If you gain, let's say the focus, you gain the focus again, the audio on the other end has stopped playing, like the game, you have stopped playing the game or you have stopped playing Spotify. What is going to happen next is you're going to increase the volume to the highest level, the 1.0, 1.0, right? Increase it and boom, everything sounds normal. So um, then that is it for KivyDroid and audio focus change. Now moving on to Android for Python. This is Android for Python developed by Robert Flat. It's actually a news update. Inside this Android for Python, you still have so many packages, some packages that helps you to interact with the Android API itself. So I think it's much similar to KivyDroid, but Robert Flat has a different point of view. So if you're looking if you're looking for some packages that doesn't work on KivyDroid, I think you should visit Android for Python to see what is actually going on there. Now, below here you see table of content. This is actually um, this content actually teaches you all you need to know about Kivy and the Android operating system. Only Android operating system. It doesn't have to do with iOS. It has nothing to do with desktop. It has nothing to do with Mac, Windows, Linux, and so on and so forth. It only has something to do with the Android operating system. So it tells you more about how you can run Pythonius code, services, Android permission, build user and P4A, concurrency threads, shared storage, Android storage, and so on and so forth. There are many stuffs here, many knowledge for you to gather. So if you are a Kivy guy and you are a startup, like you're still starting up, not that you own a startup company, like you are still starting up in Kivy, right? I think you should visit this link here, this Android for Python, and read through. So if you are having any problem, first of all, on Android, the first place I will recommend you to visit is this gracious modified page on GitHub, developed by the kind-hearted young man Robert Flat. So I think you should visit this page and you would gain a lot of knowledge from here. So today, I have nothing much to present, and just to give you guys news updates, I'm gonna see you on my next video. I don't know when. So guys, I don't really know when I'll be coming on board again. I'm not going to be sharing out this video though. I'm just going to post it on YouTube. If you see it, you see it. If you don't see it, you don't see it. So see you guys when next I see you guys. All right.